Welcome back to Retirement Today. I'm your co-host, Jonathan Berkland. With me in the studio here is Michael Reese. He's a certified financial planning professional for over 25 years now. And Mike, we've got a few things going on today. Benny's on the hot seat, right? We've got taxes coming up. That's a topic of conversation, most definitely. But in the first segment, we talked about maybe it's time to make that transition in your life. You're commuting back to work. We know a lot of you have been recalled back to work, right? Commuting to the office, fighting the traffic, and man, that's no fun. Maybe it's time for that change, but not quite ready for retirement. You can do something about that.
Yeah, that's right, Jonathan. And we were telling the story. I had a couple where that was exactly the case. He actually had called the radio show. He'd listened to the radio show, and when he came in, he's like, man, I am sick and tired of the traffic.
Yeah.
He goes, I want to get past it. How soon can I retire? I need a retire right report so I can figure out how fast I can retire. Mm-hmm. Not because he didn't want to work anymore. He just, the pain in the butt of traffic, pain in the backside of traffic, was getting to him. The pressure at the job was getting, he's like, man, life is too short. I need a break. I need a change. And what we learned was, in his case, it wasn't that he really wanted to retire because he actually loved his work. He wanted to change the circumstances around his work.
Yep, exactly.
He wanted to work more on his terms and not somebody else's terms. And we learned that he could make that transition now, and I mean now. He didn't have to wait at all, but he had to have his financial planning, his retirement planning ducks in a row. And what that meant was we had to help develop some income strategies for him. Tax strategies were important for him because he was moving to a time would be self-employed. That was important. Looking at what he would do for his health care. What would they do when it comes to their management of their money? See, in investment planning, which is, financial advisors are a dime a dozen. Yeah. And they all want to take your money and invest it for you and get paid to do that.
Right.
They do investment management. Planning in retirement is unique. It's not, when you do financial planning when you're, say, 35 versus financial planning when you're facing retirement are two very different animals.
Yes.
And so we focus on the financial planning during retirement. Mm-hmm. It's a very unique world. And you may be in that same position. You might be just like that couple where you're saying, man, I would love to not have to drive into the office every frickin' day. This is killing me.
Right.
You're wasting so much time in the car. And maybe the pressure at work is just too much. Maybe like that couple, it's time for a change for you, but you don't know, can you do it? Can you really pull it off? Well, that's where financial planning focused on retirement is what you need to focus. That's where you need to go next. That's your next step in life. And guess what? Your investment advisor is not the person that can help you do that. All they do is manage money. They don't do planning. Ask them. If you ever wonder, say, hey, I've got all this money in my 401k. What is the smartest way for me to move this money? Give me a glide path. Help me do some tax planning so I can move to a 0% tax bracket in retirement. And help me avoid this ugly monster. If you're watching us on YouTube, you see Benny the Tax Monster. He's disgusting. He is about as ugly of an individual as I've ever seen.
Indeed.
And we hate tax monsters, and we just want to crush him.
Yes.
Right?
That's right.
And so ask your advisor, hey, can you help us crush Benny? Can you help us? What is your plan? What strategies are you recommending that we use to reduce our taxes significantly in retirement? And odds are you're going to hear, I don't do taxes. That's right. Why I have a CPA. It is free to talk to us. And when you call, the purpose of the call is to provide you a super easy way to really get a checkup of where you are right now and can you make that transition? Will it really work for you? And if it doesn't work today, how soon?
Yeah, what's the timeline?
Yeah, what's our timeline? Mm-hmm. Now, and for us, so what you do is you call in the radio show here. We're going to give you the number in a second, and you'll talk to Jonathan, and he will learn a little bit about your situation.
Yep.
And then he'll connect you with an advisor who can really help craft that plan for you. So, and it's free, no obligation, but you have to be one of the first 10 callers. and you have to have over $500,000 saved for retirement. Those are the rules. Jonathan, let's get that number out one more time, and then we're going to start talking about taxes.
All right, here the number is 512-886-5850. Again, the phone number to reach us, 512-886-5850. It's after hours, so you will get our answering service, but just leave your name, number, and they'll get you penciled in on the calendar to, again, have a conversation, like Mike said, with me, and we'll start you off, right? We get you on the track for that Retire Right report.
Yep, that's right. And everybody says, why do you do it for free?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Well, the reason is simple. First of all, I don't do it for everybody because we don't have the capacity.
Right, yes.
So that's why I said you got to be one of the first 10 callers, have to have $500,000 saved for retirement. Now, why do we do it for free? I'm going to tell you why. I'm very, very open with this. If I know 10 of you are going to call us because we always get more than that every week. Right? So, by the way, so you better call quickly, 512-886-5850. Anyway, 10 of you call. Here's what I know. Of the 10 of you that call, 3 of you are going to end up working with us. You're going to become long-term clients, just like this couple did, I was talking about from last week. The other 7, though, we're still going to help you. We're still going to help you. We're going to give you great information. We're going to tell you, hey, this is what you need to do. You may not need us, or maybe we're not a good fit for you, or the other way around. But we're going to help you. And here's the interesting thing. This is like my secret business weapon. Do you know where we get most of our referrals from as a company?
Yeah.
We get it from the 7 families that don't work with us.
That's right.
If you're a good fit for them, they'll help you. But if you're not, they'll still help you out. Right?
Yep, that's it.
So that's why we do it for free. And I just want y'all to know we've been talking about transitioning to retirement, whether you can go full from working to retirement or some stopgap along the way.
Yep.
You really want to get a Retire Right report so you can get your financial planning ducks in a row. It's free for the first 10 callers who've saved over $500,000. Real quickly before we wrap this segment, Jonathan, what's that number?
Reach out to us at 512-886-5850. Again, 512-886-5850.
Okay, gang. I don't want you going anywhere because on the other side, I'm going to share with you how we saved this guy over $150,000 of tax. We'll be right back.